Good morning, students. Welcome to today's maths class. Our next chapter is chapter 5, natural numbers and whole numbers. So first let's discuss about natural numbers. Natural numbers are those numbers by which we can count things in nature. So natural numbers are used for counting purpose. For example, 4 trees, 6 houses, 5 cows. So 4, 6 and 5. These are used for counting. Okay, these are called natural numbers. Natural numbers starts from 1. Okay, starting from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. It will go endlessly. Okay, these numbers are called natural numbers. Natural number starts with the 1. So here you can see the first and the smallest natural number is 1. Okay, the first natural number or the smallest natural number is 1. Second one, the last and the greatest natural number cannot be obtained. So, the last and the greatest natural number, we can't find that because natural numbers starting from 1, it will go endlessly. Okay, there are infinite natural numbers. So, we can't find the last and the greatest natural numbers. Okay, third one, the difference between any two consecutive natural numbers is 1. So, this consecutive natural numbers, these are the examples 5 and 6. These are consecutive natural number. The numbers that are coming one after another. After 5, 6 will come. Okay, like this numbers, they are consecutive natural numbers. 21 and 22. Another example let us take. 99 and 100. After 99, 100 is coming. Such numbers, the numbers that are coming one after another, these are called consecutive natural numbers. So here what is given? The difference between any two consecutive natural numbers is 1. Their difference if we are finding, what is 6 minus 5? Their difference we are finding. The difference between two consecutive natural numbers, we will get 1. 6 minus 5, 1. 22 minus 21, we will get 1. 100 minus 99, we will get 1. So difference between any two consecutive natural number, it is 1. Okay. Fourth one, by adding 1 to any natural number, its next natural number is obtained. So if we add 1 to any natural number, we will get the next natural number. So let us take a natural number 8. If we add 1 to this natural number, what we will get? 9, which is the next natural number after 8. Okay, after 8, 9 is coming. So, if we add 1 to 8, you will get 9. If we add 1 to any natural number, we will get the next natural number. Okay, another example 56. On adding 1 to that, we will get the next natural number after 56. That is 57. 56 plus 1, 57. Okay, here you can see in this box the fractions like 3 by 4, minus 12 by 17, 215 by 317, etc. are not natural number. No fraction is a natural number. Okay, 3 by 4, this is not a natural number. Minus 12 by 17, it is not a natural number. Second one, the decimal numbers like 3.4, 5.28, 2.27, etc. are not natural numbers. So, decimal numbers are also not natural number. Third one, 0 is not a natural number. Natural number starts from 1. Smallest natural number is 1. So, 0, this is not a natural number. Okay. Fourth one, no natural number is negative. That is none of minus 15, minus 13, minus 214, etc. is a natural number. Negative numbers, you know. Negative numbers, they are not natural numbers. Any negative number you take, they are not. It is not a natural number. Okay. Negative 15 is not a natural number. Negative 3 is not a natural number. Negative 214 is not a natural number. Okay. Fifth one, if n is any natural number, then 2n is an even natural number and 2n minus 1 is an odd natural number. So if we take any natural number, let us give it as n. Okay, then 2n means 2 into n. It is an even natural number. Then 2n minus 1 will be an odd natural number. Let us take one example, n. Let us take the natural number n equal to 4. Okay, natural number 4 let us take. Then what will be 2n? 2n means 2 into 4. N value, let us substitute 4. 2 into 4, 8. This is an even natural number. Okay, any natural number you take, any value you take for n. So 2 into n, you will get an even natural number. Now 2n minus 1, what you will get? 2n minus 1 means 2 into 4 minus 1. That is 2 into 4, 8 minus 1, you will get 7, which is an odd natural number. Okay, so if you take any natural number, then if you multiply 2 to that natural number, you will get even natural number. Then 2n minus 1. If you multiply with 2 and then subtract 1 from that, means you will get an odd natural number. In general, we can say if n is any natural number, then 2n is an odd even natural number and 2n minus 1 is an odd natural number. Okay. Next topic, whole numbers. The natural numbers along with the 0 form a collection of whole number. So, what are whole numbers? Natural numbers along with the 0. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. These are called whole number. Okay. A natural number starts from 1, but a whole number starts from 0. Okay. A whole number is either 0 or a natural number. So, any natural number you take, that is a whole number also. And 0 if you take means that is a whole number only. 0 is not a natural number. Okay. Now, the first and the smallest whole number is 0. A whole number starts with 0. So, the first and the smallest whole number is 0. Second one, the last and the greatest whole number cannot be obtained. As we said in natural numbers, the last whole number or the greatest whole number we cannot obtain. We can't find that because it will go endlessly. Okay, there are infinite whole numbers. Okay. Third one, difference between two consecutive whole number is 1. So, this is similar to the natural numbers property. Difference between any two consecutive whole numbers you take, it will be 1. Okay, difference between 4 and 5, it is 1. Difference between 98 and 99, it is 1. Okay. Now fourth one, by adding 1 to any whole number, you will get the next whole number. So adding 1 to 56, you will get the next whole number 57. On adding 1 to 74, you will get the next whole number 75. Okay. Fifth one, all natural numbers are whole numbers, but all whole numbers are not natural numbers. So we can say all natural number, any natural number you take, they are whole numbers. Okay, all natural numbers are whole numbers, but all whole numbers are not natural number. Why? In whole numbers, 0 is coming. 0 is not a natural number. Okay, so all whole numbers are not natural numbers. Okay. Next topic, successor and predecessor of a whole number. So you know this, successor of a whole number or a natural number means the number which is obtained on adding 1 to it. Okay, successor of 78, how we will get 78 successor? We will get by adding 1 to that, that is 79. Okay, successor of 23, how we will get? Just add 1 to 23, it is 24. Okay. Now what do you mean by predecessor of a whole number? Predecessor of a whole number is obtained on subtracting 1 from it. Okay, predecessor of, let us take a 25. How we will obtain predecessor of 25? Just subtract 1 from that. 25 minus 1, 24. Okay, this is the predecessor of 25. Now 36. Its predecessor, how we will obtain 36 minus 1? 35. This is its predecessor. Okay. Next topic, properties of whole numbers. So, you should know the properties of whole numbers, then only you can solve the problems. Okay. The main properties for the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on whole numbers are: first one, closure property; second one, commutative property; third, associative property; fourth one, distributive property; fifth one, identity; and sixth one, inverse. So these are the 6 main properties of addition on whole numbers, subtraction on whole numbers, multiplication on whole numbers and division on whole numbers. Okay, so let us study one by one. First, let us discuss properties for addition of whole numbers. Okay, in that first one, closure property. According to this property, if x and y are two whole numbers, then x plus y is also a whole number. That is, if two whole numbers are added, we will get a whole number only as answer. Let's take one example. Two whole numbers we are taking, 4 and 6. Okay, we are taking two whole numbers, 4 and 6. And if we add that to whole numbers, 4 plus 6, what we will get? 10. And we know that 10 is also a whole number. Okay, that is, on adding two whole numbers, we will get another whole number only as answer. So we can say that whole numbers are closed on addition. Okay, this is closure property. In your textbook also, example is given. One whole number, if it is 5, the another whole number, if it is 8, then their sum will be 5 plus 8 equal to 13, which is also a whole number. 13 is also a whole number. Okay, if we add two whole number, we will get another whole number only. Second example, if we take a 4 and 0, another whole number, if we take 0, then their sum, what is it? 4 plus 0 equal to 4, which is also a whole number. Okay. So if we add two whole numbers, you will get a whole number only as answer. This is closure property. Okay. Second property, commutative property or commutativity. According to this property, if x and y are two whole numbers, then x plus y equal to y plus x. Let us take one example. Two whole numbers we are taking. Let us take a 5 and a 7. Okay. Now, first we are adding 5 plus 7. What we will get? 5 plus 7, it is 12. Now we are changing the order of addition. That is, 7 we are writing first, then secondly we are writing 5. 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is also 12. So this is commutative property. 5 plus 7 equal to 7 plus 5. They are equal. 5 plus 7 is 12. 7 plus 5 is 12. So we can write like this. 5 plus 7 equal to 7 plus 5. So if we take two whole numbers x, y, means how we can express commutative property? X plus y equal to y plus x. This is commutative property or commutativity. Okay. The sum of two whole numbers is said to be commutative for addition. Okay. So even if we change the order of addition, the sum remains the same. Okay. That's why we can say that the addition of whole numbers is commutative. Okay. In your textbook, example is given 4, two whole numbers, it is 4 and 3. First, we are finding 4 plus 3. What you will get? 7. Then, we are changing the order of addition. That is 3 plus 4 we are finding. 3 plus 4 is also 7. Therefore, 4 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 4. Okay, this is commutative property. Third property, associative property or associativity. For associative property, we are taking 3 whole numbers x, y and z. Okay, now according to associative property, x plus y plus z in bracket equal to x plus y in bracket plus z. That means, let us take one example and find the answer. So 3, 4 and 5. We are taking 3 whole numbers 3, 4 and 5. We are finding their sum 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. Now here for proving associative property, first we are pairing 4 and 5 together. We are taking 4 and 5. First we are finding their sum. Then to the sum 3 is added. ഓക്കെ, ആദ്യം 4ൻ്റെയും 5ൻ്റെയും സമ്മ് കാണാം, ആ സമ്മിലേക്ക് 3 ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം. സോ വാട്ട് വി വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് 3 പ്ലസ് 4 പ്ലസ് 5 ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് 9. യു വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് 12 ആസ് ആൻസർ. ഓക്കെ, ഇൻ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് സൈഡ് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബി 3 and 4 let us take together and 5 let us write outside bracket. ഓക്കെ, ആദ്യം 3ൻ്റെയും 4ൻ്റെയും സമ്മ് കാണാം, ആ സമ്മിലേക്ക് തേർഡ് നമ്പർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള 5 ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം. സോ വാട്ട് വി വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് 3 plus 4 ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് 7 പ്ലസ് ദിസ് 5. 7 plus 5 ഈസ് ഓൾസോ 12. ഓക്കെ, 3 plus 4 plus 5 in bracket is equal to 3 plus 4 plus 5. We got the same number as answer 12. Okay, so these are equal. Actually this is associative property. Okay, if we take 3 whole numbers x, y and z means x plus y plus z equal to x plus y plus z. This is associative property. The sum of, if we add the sum of 2 whole numbers to the third number, whatever be the order, the sum remains the same. This is associative property. ഓക്കെ, 2 നമ്പേഴ്സിൻ്റെ സമ്മ് തേർഡ് നമ്പറിലേക്ക് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ഏത് ഓർഡറിൽ നമ്മൾ എടുത്താലും സം സെയിം ആയിരിക്കും. ആദ്യം ഇവിടെ 3, 4, 5, അതിൽ 4ഉം 5ഉം നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം ആഡ് ചെയ്തു, അതിലേക്ക് തേർഡ് നമ്പർ 3 ആഡ് ചെയ്തു, യു ഗോട്ട് 12. ഇൻ ദിസ് കേസ് സെക്കൻഡ് കേസിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? 3, 4 ഫസ്റ്റ് വി ഫൈൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് ടു സം, ദെൻ ടു ദാറ്റ് സം വി ആർ ആഡിങ് ദ തേർഡ് നമ്പർ 5. Then also we will get the same number as answer. This is associative property. So we can say that the addition of whole number is associative. Okay, for any set of 3 whole numbers, the sum, if the sum of 2 whole numbers is added to the third whole number, then whatever be the order, the sum will remain the same. This is associative property of whole numbers. Okay. In your textbook, you can see example 4, 3, 5, 6. 3 whole numbers, 3, 5 and 6 we are taking. 3 plus in bracket 5 plus 6. That means first we are finding the sum of 5 and 6. Then 3 is added to that sum. Okay, so what we will get? 3 plus 5 plus 6, it is 11. 3 plus 11, it is 14. Okay. Now we are finding 3 plus 5. First finding the sum of 3 and 5, then 6 is added to that sum. So what we will get? 3 plus 5, it is 8. 8 plus 6 is also 14. Okay, this is associative property. Whatever be the order, the sum will remain the same. Okay. Remaining properties and problems, let us discuss it in the next class. So thank you.